one more time, I want to say thank you for last week for all the stuff that people sent to us in the P.O. box.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was really awesome.
That was really cool.
I know there's some stuff sitting in there right now as well.
We
gotta
do
it every week.
By the way, someone messaged me about
the
package.
Go ahead, Derek.
Oh. I received a package last week on the podcast, a very generous gift. Tim Tams, sent from halfway around the globe. Something funny?
What happened?
What's funny?
I'm just
Did I say something funny?
Well, you did.
Did I say something funny? I was saving those Tim Tams for a very funny bit.
Oh.
That I was going to do on tonight's show. The bit is all about how Rocco wanted my Tim Tams. But I wouldn't let him have my Tim Tams. Rocco didn't even know about this. He texted me after the podcast last week asking for some Tim Tams, and I said, no man, please do not open those. I'm saving those for a bit.
It's true.
Mm-hmm. So I go back to review the Tim Tam situation.
On what day?
Friday?
On Friday.
Friday.
The fucking bag of Tim Tams is open.
Oh, boy.
Let me just say, I'm the one who sniffed the skunk in the cellar. I to Derek.
Yes. Rocco. On Friday, I walk in there and Rocco says, "Hey,
I thought we weren't eating them.
I thought you were saving those Tim Tams for a bit." And I said, "I was." Oh, I was. What's the problem? And he said, "You better look." And I look in the fucking refrigerator. The Tim Tams are open, and there's one missing.
One?
Hey, a lot of people in the chat talking about what's PPS. Wonder what they were watching. PPS.
Because when I walked into the studio yesterday on Saturday, I stood accused. I stood accused of eating Tim Tams.
Accused.
Yeah.
But I had not been to the studio since Sunday, so I did not eat them.
In my eyes, you were never accused.
So it must not have been Eric.
Just so you know, everyone who walked into that door since this incident has been accused.
They're all Jean Valjean.
I'll be honest. I thought it was Brian.
Wow, here's the thing.
Oh.
I discussed this with Brian.
Because I was under the impression. I've learned so much this week.
Okay.
I was under the impression that you have a history of stealing food.
Just sparkling apple cider.
Because one time I remember Rocco really had sparkling apple cider in the fridge that he was looking forward to, and he came to the studio and it was gone.
Right.
And I remember Brian was the one who had taken it. So I had thought.
There was a second.
There was a second drinker.
There was a second drinker in this.
So wait, did you eat the Tim Tams?
I did not eat the Tim Tams. I've been to the studio since Comic-Con.
Okay. So that rules
Brian.
this side of the room out.
Well, that leaves Kevin.
Kevin, did you eat the Tim Tams?
I did not.
And Garrett.
They didn't accuse you?
They accused me, but I hadn't been at the office.
Garrett.
Yeah.
It's Kevin.
I didn't want to say anything, but yeah, it was Kevin.
No, I mean,
No.
he wouldn't do that.
So that's
So,
We don't even need to ask.
so
Let me.
I'm not going to ask anybody any. This is what I want to ask.
Okay.
The room.
Alright.
This is what I want to ask the room and the people watching at home, the chat. I want to ask you this as well. Who opens up a refrigerator and sees an unopened package of Tim Tams, and they know that the Tim Tams were specifically sent to somebody because they were there when that person received the gift, and they open up the bag and they take one for themselves? Who does that? What kind of person does that?
I can explain.
A person with restraint, because they only took one.
Yeah.
Which is a weird thing to do.
Who doesn't want to eat too unhealthy?
What if that person was given permission? What if that person was?
I know for a fact nobody had permission to eat my Tim Tams.
Who? I took a call on the Poorly Played stream from Jared, who sent you the Tim Tams. And he asked about the Tim Tams. He asked if you shared. We got into a discussion about sharing food on the podcast.
This sounds like a lot of bullshit.
And,
Wait, keep going.
and the discussion turned into a bit where I tried to hunt down what I thought would be an empty container of Tim Tams, all eaten up with not a one shared for myself.
Sounds like conjecture.
So the conversation.
Hold on, I'm getting confused. You wanted to do a bit where you found an opened, empty container of Tim Tams.
Yeah.
Okay,
You
continue.
didn't even do that right.
Continue.
Good point.
Right.
So, couldn't find it on in close inspection. I did my due diligence. I checked the fridge. They were in the fridge.
Wow.
The empty eaten Tim
No.
Tams. Oh.
To my surprise, sealed, full of a rich chocolatey goodness. Not a one missing.
Right,
Nice.
right.
Yeah.
Almost as if they were being safe.
Well, what I had assumed was that they were so hot and melted from the podcast that they were immediately put into the fridge and forgotten until the next week. So Jared and me had a discussion about whether I should eat one or not, and he gave me permission, and I ate one of your Tim Tams.
I understand
Sorry.
that. Here,
Wow.
let me see. Kevin, can I open Garrett's mail?
No, you can't.
Oh, see? That was
All right,
wait.
but here's the
Oh,
thing.
wait. Sean, you used to live with him. Can I open Garrett's mail?
Okay.
Yeah.
Hold on. If you
This is
find
great.
if you find a letter that's
Right.
already been opened,
feel
free to do whatever you want. And if you find a letter that hasn't been opened, it's probably been abandoned.
Well, the thing
and
is,
you can also feel free to do whatever you want.
no, it's okay because what I'll do like the mail bit where I'm just like looking for mail that's already been opened, but I'll find sealed mail.
But whoever, if Cox Communications says, we sent this to Garrett, but you can open it, then go ahead. You're allowed because you got permission. That's the way it works.
From Jared.
Fuck you. You owe me a new package of Tim Tams.
I had one Tim Tam.
You had one Tim Tam, and the whole bit was ruined because I needed a full package.
How? Just hold it up closed. Hold it up with that. No one has to know. It's on video.
Hey, this
You are the biggest bastard.
One sec.
I didn't
Anyone
ruin
want this
anything.
full slice of pizza right
In my
now?
opinion, I did not ruin
Put
anything.
that back.
Here
Put
you
that
go.
back. Hey, this is a full pizza right now.
We got a full pizza.
It works.
Oh, full pizza bit. Hell yeah. Oh, the bit is ruined. Oh, the bit's fucking ruined. Because it turns out it's not what it was supposed to be.
You just pretend to reopen that side and unzip the tray.
Unzip the tray.
There is no opening. The package needs to remain
You
closed.
just crumble it.
If this were flipped,
hot glue.
if this
Yeah,
were flipped
Garrett.
the other way, if someone had opened
No.
Garrett's stuff, yes.
If I
It
left
would have
it in,
been crazy.
if I left it in the studio's fridge, no.
Chat, you're the witness. He owes me a new package of Tim Tams.
I
A
used
full
to in that
package.
fridge all the time.
Garrett,
A full package.
Garrett just declared open season. Any food he leaves
Yo, you guys want to
can
come
now be open.
Anything left in
But
the
hey,
studio.
And anything
I
left
ever-
unopened is officially considered abandoned.
Yeah, so if a laptop is left open, then, you know.
do I ever leave food in the fridge at the studio?
If you go to the Apple store and everything is still in the package, consider it abandoned. And you can do whatever bit you want.
Should take one thing out.
Wait, Garrett,
Nobody's opened it.
Garrett keeps saying.
Wait, do you ever leave food in the fridge?
I haven't. It's usually gone bad because I've forgotten it. So I'm not eating it anyway.
Yeah, so Derek, your Tim Tams went bad.
But the way that Garrett's saying it is that it's a prop if it's in the fridge there.
No,
Also,
I
by the way,
apologize to Derek. I'm sorry. I
this
didn't
was
know I
on
ruined
Wednesday. He considered them abandoned on Wednesday when I had received them on Sunday.
I did not consider them abandoned.
You just said that! You said that!
I never said abandoned.
Yes, you did!
Right! It's a goddamn choice right now!
You fucking did!
Royce, let's call it a Tim Tam
You
incident.
fucking forget
The
her!
Tim Tam incident.
I didn't say abandoned.
Ah, fuck!
Oh my god.
This is the best.
Oh my god.
Alright, that's all. That's all.
Oh
Okay.
man. Son of a
The
bitch.
bit is ruined. This is the bit now.
Did you just eat the rest of them or?
No!
No.
No, they're in there.
The evidence is still there.
They're garbage. They're abandoned garbage in the
You
refrigerator.
should share them with your friends.
I already did. Yeah. Abandoned food.
I don't need another one. It was a little too rich.
To be fair, he only had like the one bite of the one and probably like just threw the rest of that one.
He didn't even enjoy that bite.
Too rich.
It was too.
Too rich.
I am sorry, Derek. I didn't know you were planning something.
Well, you could have asked me. But you asked Jared.
Jared says it's cool.
Well,
I played Destiny with Jared today. So
yeah.
Did he say you could eat the Tim Tams?
no, he said I could play Destiny.
Oh.
Good enough for me. Anyway,